Hi guys, welcome back to Career and Corporate Hub. Gazina, guys, I'm so sorry for the noise in the background. It's my son. So unfortunately, I would really like to get this content out, and he's up and playing. So thank you so much for watching, if you have been watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do make sure that you subscribe, because that click of subscribing helps this channel grow. And by this channel growing, it will reach the relevant people who need this information. So if you have subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Please make sure that you like when you watch, because it also helps the channel grow. So guys, today I just want to talk about applying for a job, right? So what triggered this conversation is because I have been talking to a lot of people that have been looking for like applying for a job, and then they don't get any response. So I'm just gonna make an example with one of the like recent scenarios. So this video is not to bash anyone, or not to say that you're not smart enough or anything. And trust me, your situation is very much relatable. I was also in the same position, but now looking at that situation, I feel like it can help a lot of people. I think in the past week I've spoken to about 5 people where they're going through the same thing. So when when you apply for a job, like usually in a website, you populate your CV before you apply, and then you just push a button. And sometimes it becomes so easy for you to just when you see a job, and then you just push a button, either on Jobs Indeed, on Career Junction, because your profile is already there. You just press that button and apply. But and you're applying for a lot of jobs that are coming up. Yes, on websites like Career Junction, Jobs Indeed, it's different agents that are there. But then if you are going to a directly into a company, say maybe Kodani PLTD company, and then you have your profile there already, and then you also apply, right? So yes, your application would then go directly into that specific company. However, the mistake that we make when we are doing this or applying for a job is we don't look at a job scope and adjust our CVs according to that job scope. Adjusting your CV does not mean that you have to lie and say that you have like, for an example, they want somebody who knows how to do coding, and you adjust your CV to say you can do coding because you have a degree in IT, but not in the maybe Java world space, but in something else, right? So you don't have to lie. But what I'm saying is, if your like the wording in your CV is far from the wording from the job output, then you should always adjust your CV to match the wording that is on the job advert, right? And therefore, after you apply, please follow up with the status of your application, because they always put the email address there of who to contact for more information. So from what I just said before about that I've spoken to about 5 people, I think in the last few days, about the application. So they apply, right, and then they don't follow up on the status of the application, and then now you are waiting for feedback, but maybe after 3 months you're still waiting for feedback. However, sometimes, actually most companies, when they advertise a job, they usually write, if you do not hear from us after 2 weeks of the closing date, then consider your application unsuccessful. So a lot of people don't take note of that. They wait until, you know, they get feedback, which is wrong. So so if you know, like, you know that after 2 weeks, you know, you understood that if there's no feedback after 2 weeks, then your application was unsuccessful, that is fine. But some people, they don't really look at that little note that says that after 2 weeks, if you don't get any thing from us, then you consider your application unsuccessful. So some people don't read that, and they just wait. And now if you wait and maybe not apply for other jobs, thinking that this job, I qualify for it because I've got this and this and this on my CV. However, you could have that and it's not matching the wording on the job ad. So that's why it's important that you follow up. And then now you didn't notice that after 2 weeks, it's been 2 weeks now after the job application has closed, and now you did not follow up to say what's happening. So after 3 months, you're still waiting. So this is one of the reasons why we end up not really like not getting a job, because we are waiting for the status that is unknown, and that job already says like somebody has filled in that position already. So it's important that you follow up on every application that you make. So you should not just press the button and, you know, hope that you will be accepted. So firstly, modify your CV. Make sure that your CV is matching the key output of the job that you're applying for, right? Secondly, after the closing date, follow up if your CV has been received or your application has been received, right? And then from that feedback, if they said they have received it, they are still reviewing it. After a week, if there's no feedback at all, please follow up again to make sure that you understand the status of the application of your job, right? So it's better to have a non-successful application than to wait and not know what is going on, because sometimes you don't move on with your life because you are still waiting for that application feedback. So it's quite important that you follow up on that. And it's quite advisable that you don't apply for every position that you see. So that's why it's important when you're applying, you make sure your CV is matching the job scope. You make sure, yes, you do qualify obviously for that job, but sometimes people sit back because they want their experience to match exactly what the job is advertising. So for me, when I look at from the key points, if there's like maybe 6 outputs that is required from that job, I would look at, do I have 2 or 3 from that? If I do, then I would apply for that job, and obviously with the qualification. I've spoken before about the qualification relevance, right? But I would repeat it on this video again. So the qualification relevance, if you're applying for a position that says we want somebody with a mechanical engineering degree, they'll write either NQF 7 or NQF 8, right? And then or any qualification that is relevant, or any relevant qualification. So that means that some qualifications that have mechanical engineering disciplines within them, then they would be considered for that job. So when you're looking for a job, don't just look for only like your qualification specific. Don't only look at that. Also consider that or relevant qualification from that job application. So it's quite important. I feel like I've been like going around in circles. I hope this video is clear. If it's not clear, please comment. I will do another one and just break it down nicely. but I really want us to, you know, like to be strategic when we apply for different positions, because you know, sometimes we sit down not really following up on the status of the application and just being hopeful. So please, let's always follow up on the status of our application, so that we can move on to, you know, something else. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I'm sure if you like saw the first video, you're wondering like, okay, I mean the bursary video where I was wearing the same outfit, I thought, you know, since I'm shooting this content, I should, you know, separate the videos, and that's why I'm still wearing the same outfit. I actually do that a lot, so I don't get enough time to shoot enough content, because my life is so, I don't want to say busy, but yeah, it's just the time to get like a quiet place where I can shoot nice content because of the kids running around. So yeah, so guys, all the best with your application. And oh, before I forget, LinkedIn is the great place to look for jobs. Like, if you are looking for a job, please register your profile on LinkedIn, sell yourself on LinkedIn, brand yourself on LinkedIn, and the companies will come knocking at your LinkedIn profile. Be active on LinkedIn, and just doing that, you can easily get recruited. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.